off, surrounded by flowers and blades of grass. There was a large mushroom growing near her, about the same height as herself, and when she looked under it, and on both sides of it, and behind it, it occurred to her that she might as well look and see what was on top of it. She stretched herself up on tiptoe and peeped over the edge of the mushroom, and her eyes immediately met those of a large blue caterpillar that was sitting on the top with its arms folded, quietly smoking a long hookah, and taking not the smallest notice of her or anything else.
I hardly know, sir, just at present. But at least I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I think I must have been changed several times since then.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
Size do you want to be? Oh, I'm not particular as to size. Only one doesn't like changing so. I don't know. Are you content now? Well, I should like to use the long is such a wretched height. It is a very good height indeed. Then he got down off the mushroom and crawled away into the grass, merely remarking as he went, one side will make you grow taller, and the other side will make you grow shorter. One side of what? The other side of what? A little of the right hand bit that was lying under the table. She opened it and found in it a very small cake on which the words "Eat me" were beautifully marked in currants. "Well, I'll eat it," said Alice, "and if it makes me grow larger, I can reach the key, and if it makes me grow smaller, I can creep under the door so I don't get into the garden, and I don't care which happens." The tea party was set. I could smell the brewing liquid. I couldn't wait to drink it. There was a lot of commotion at the party. The March Hare sat next to me. I could feel his fur on my arm as it brushed against me during the excitement of the party. The Mad Hatter, whom by his voice I suspected was sitting across from me.
He was asking me to work out a very strange riddle, one of which I really did not know the answer to. Finally, the tea was ready. As it poured, I could smell its sweetness and richness. At this point, the dormouse, who I had heard others speak of, had started talking in his sleep. It went on for so long that the March Hare announced that he would have to pinch the poor creature to get him to be silent. All of a sudden, I hear a very familiar sound. It was the thumping of feet, and I knew exactly who those paws belonged to. At once I remembered the reason as to why and how I had found myself in this strange land. I had followed the White Rabbit. He seemed very frantic about something and yelling about being late. I felt a sharp, cold wind as he bounced behind me. He was tapping on something while repeating, "I'm late! I'm ever so late!" It was his pocket watch. In the very short moments that were silent, I could hear the ticking. The ticking seemed to get louder as the rabbit became more frantic. Before I knew it, more commotion ensued. The rabbit had asked what time it was, and I heard a crash. The Mad Hatter had been moaning about the rabbit's presence at the party. He was not invited and had turned up late. I began to wonder if the rabbit had a timekeeping issue. The crash sound I heard was the rabbit's watch being thrown to the ground. The entire party began to hunt for clock parts. I thought to myself that this might be the best time to sneak away quietly. As I walked off, I could still smell that undrunk tea and the loud voices of commotion. Those voices began to fade, and I found myself standing in the new part of a wood. I could feel the grass underneath my feet.